On Tuesday, June 9th, 4 states will have their primary elections to decide which candidates move on to the November 3rd general election. North Dakota is next in this group to review. Welcome to the 25th episode in our series analyzing the 2026 congressional primary elections for all 50 U.S. states. North Dakota is a state with a smaller population, just under 800,000 people. They only have one House seat. Since none of their senators are up for election, this is the only congressional race they have this cycle. Although, there will likely be other local and state level elections in your area. Allow this video to be a component of your political research, not the totality of it. Unfortunately, North Dakota might also just be a state with a population that is just too far gone in the MAGA cult. In 2024, the Republican won with 69.2% of the vote against the same candidate who is running again now. I doubt the incumbent, Julie Federchuk, will win by as large a margin. I assume there will be some North Dakota Republicans who won't vote because of Trump's fascist actions, but I also doubt the Democrat Trygve will earn enough votes to win. His campaign failed before, and he hasn't provided any evidence to be a candidate worthy of approval. Before ending this video, I'll describe what an approved candidate is fighting for and what the entire Democratic Party should be fighting for. But first, let's review the primary process for the potential local and state level primary elections that might still have candidates worth voting for. They have a standard partisan process like in most states. The participation is open to all eligible voters. This doesn't mean you can vote in both parties' primary. It just means you can choose which partisan ballot you would like to vote for, regardless of your party affiliation or lack thereof. The winner is determined by plurality. Whoever gets the most votes wins. No runoff election. Uniquely in North Dakota, they don't have voter registration. Instead, you must present a valid North Dakota ID when you vote. So make sure you bring your ID when voting in each election. While I would have liked to approve the Democratic candidate, I can't. He doesn't meet any of the policy requirements I look for on their campaign web pages. I want to hear them speak about these issues on social media and with their constituents, in their communities, at town halls, or at any other event. Now, this isn't necessarily a complete policy list, just an outline of the priorities that also fit onto one screen. Not every approved candidate is going to list out every policy or agree on everything, but the more the better. Hammer doesn't even support one of the policies listed, but he is also literally your only other option for Congress. But this is also what millions of Americans, and myself included, are tired of hearing of how a certain politician isn't Donald Trump or not a Republican. That is not a campaign message and won't get people en masse to vote. We need more public servants in Congress, fighters for the working class, not the Epstein class. Sadly, in 2026, I don't see that happening in North Dakota. Maybe in 2028 there will be some better options on the ballot. But what do you think? Is there any important information I missed? And who will you be voting for? Let me know in the comments. There are 3 other states voting on June 9th. Maine and Nevada have already been reviewed. The last state in this group is South Carolina, and will be the next episode on this channel. After that, there are still 6 more states voting in the month of June. On the 16th, voters in Oklahoma and Virginia make their choices. Then on the 23rd, the states of Maryland, New York, and Utah vote. The last is Colorado on the 30th. Stay tuned for more primary info on those upcoming states. Be sure you're subscribed and ring that bell to be notified of my newest videos. If you found anything I said in today's video useful, please give it a like and share it everywhere. Together, we can make Americans more educated, and hopefully that will result in better election outcomes. Until the next video, please consider checking out my other work on this channel. Any additional watch time and shares will help the channel reach more people and is greatly appreciated. Thank you again for listening. Take care.